Hello there guys, and welcome back to another lesson with us here at Jason's Guitar School. So today what we're going to be learning are two tabs that accompany little talk. So this would be the melody of the song or little riffs that can be played over. So it's going to start and sound like this. So that's tab number one. The second tab is the exact same melody but in a lower octave. So it sounds like this. Okay, and it creates a nice little harmony when played together. So we're going to start with tab number one. So here is the song here. We've tab one up top, tab two on the bottom. So tab one, it might have more higher numbers, but it's all on the same string. So a lot of people find this easier to start off with and play. Then even though this has a lot fewer numbers and a lot of zeros, it's harder to play because not only do you have to find the right box, you have to find the right string as well. So guys, write that down, take a note of it or screenshot, and then you can play along and follow. I'm going to tell you what fingers to use as well to make it easier to play. So we're going to start with tab number one. Now, I overlined the 3 7s at the start because that's the first group. You play those three notes together without taking a pause. So we're going to start with your third finger. So it's 1, 2, 3. Third finger on number 7 on that bottom string, and you pick 3 times. And that's the start. Now the next note's 3 7. Your hand is going to jump to 3 and then back to 7. So I like to anchor my thumb behind box number 5 so I can move up and down, up and down. So my hand is moving, but my thumb is staying still like an anchor, and it's just swinging like a pendulum back and forth, back and forth. So go 3 7, and I repeat that again, 3 7. So if you go from the start, you have the 7 7 7 together. Then we have a 3 7 and a 3 7. Then your whole hand, thumb included, slides up 3 boxes to number 10, and that's the first half. So we'll put that all together. Your 7 7 7, 3 7 3 7, slide up to number 10. Okay, then you're going to leave your hand where it is, put your first finger on the number 7, and again start with 3 7s. Now the next is a group of 4. It goes 10 7 5 3. So here we are on the 7. You reach your ring finger out to the 10. Your first finger then is in charge of the next 3 notes. It slides from 7 to 5 to 3. So again, your hand is already in 7. Then it goes 10 with your third finger, 7 5 3. Then we leave your thumb where it is, but slide your finger back a box. 2. Walk forward to number 3. A little jump forward to number 5. And that's the end of the tab. So the second half starts with your first finger on number 7, 7 7 7. Third finger 10. And with your first finger 7 5 3. Then just your finger moves, not your hand. 2. Middle finger on 3. Ring finger on 5. So right now your thumb is behind box 3 and your finger's on number 5. If we slide forwards 2 boxes, your thumb is behind number 5 and your ring finger's on 7, the starting position of the song. This is where we started at the start. And that's how you play it on a loop. So you start and finish in the same position with the same finger, and then your hand can comfortably play over and over and over again in the background of the song. So all together, we start off with those 3 7s. Then we jump 3 7 3 7. Slide up to 10. First finger on 7. Then ring finger on 10. 7 5 3. First finger goes back. 2 3 5. Slide forwards, and then you're ready to go again. And that's the first melody, that's the first tab. Okay, the second tab is the same melody just in a different octave. And so we're going to start off with this 3 zeros on the B string. So We have to remember that rhyme that we learned to tell the difference between all the strings. Eddie, eight, good, bye. So this one down here. Now, just like there's 3 7s on the other tab, there's 3 zeros here on the B string. So we pick all 3 without stopping. Then instead of 3 7 3 7, it's G B G B. Now your middle finger is going to go on 3 on the B string. And that's the first half of the song. So it goes B, 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 G, B, G, B, and B number 3. That's the first half. Second half, your finger comes off again and we go B, B, B. Now the next 4 notes are played together. We're going to need our middle finger on B3 and we're going to need our first finger on G2. So find those positions first on the tab and then lift your fingers off so they're ready to go on, kind of like pushing buttons. So we put our middle finger on for a 3-0. Then your first finger goes up to the G for 2-0. Okay, so that second half of the tab goes B, B, B. Then B string 3-0. G string 2-0. Then you're up to the D string. You're going to use your ring finger for the D string box 4 on its own. And then you're down to the G string for a 0 and 2. So that's G open and G number 2. So that second half of the tab goes B, 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 3-0 with your middle finger, 2-0 on the G string with your first finger, 4 on the D string with your ring finger, and 0-2 on the G string with your first finger. And a whole second tab and melody is played like this. And that is the second tab. So guys, try and use the correct fingers. Don't cheat and use one finger for everything. You want to get dexterity in those fingers. That's why I gave you different fingers to use. So don't cheat and use one finger for the whole thing. Follow along nice and slow. Use the right string, right box, and more importantly, the right finger when you're picking. And then you'll find later on when we do more tabs, your fingers won't be as stiff and you can control them better, put them in the right box, place them a lot faster, and the sound will be a lot clearer, a lot smoother. Well, that does it for today. If you have any questions, you can leave comments below. You can visit us on Jason's Guitar School at patreon.com for more videos. And guys, I'll see you next week for the next video. Take care.